Okay. So this one, the very first one, very easy. It's just standard form. So 0.000489, we're going to change it to standard form. Okay, change it to standard form. So you need to know that standard form must be more than 1 and less than 10. Okay, so I need to change this to 4.89. But of course, we cannot change the value. We must remain as it is. So this 4.89 is just that it's a standard form. So I must multiply with 10 to the power of something. So for the power, okay, it's either positive or negative. So how are you going to know whether is it positive or negative? 0.00489, you make it to become 4.89. So it's like I'm making it bigger over here. So if you are making bigger here, means that this number over here, it must be balanced up, so it becomes negative. It becomes smaller. So then smaller by negative how much? You will see that, okay, let's say my decimal is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 10 to the power of negative 4. Hello. So 4.89 times 10 to the power of negative 4. So this is standard form. And that's all. So the rule is the number here must be more than 1 less than 10. So after we change it to more than 1 less than 10, we need to adjust the 10 to the power of something in order to keep the same value. So how I remember is, if this becomes bigger, this becomes smaller, and therefore I know it's a negative number. Okay, so let's say for example, I give you another example. Okay, another example. Okay, if let's say I have 489. Okay, this time round, we will know that we want it to be 4.89, right? 4.89. So you see, big number becomes smaller. So this side, you know that you want it to become bigger. So if this one to become bigger, we will have how many numbers here? Because decimal 4.89, decimal is here. So it's like 2, 1, 2. Sorry, 1, 2. So you know that you want it to be multiplied by 10 to the power of 2. Okay, I start at 8 PM. Where got late? Every Wednesday is 8 to 9 Okay, so 4.89 multiplied by 10 to the power of 2. This is as another example. So this is like big number becomes small, so this side must become bigger. So you can see that the power is positive. Okay, so this is 2 examples. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Simplify 3m squared multiplied by blah blah blah. So this is like indices. This is like indices. So we have 3m squared multiplied by 2m4 to the power of 2. So we always settle the power first. Okay, settle the power first. So the 3m squared, just leave it as it is first. Okay, just leave it as it is. And then this power 2 to the power of 2, so we have 4 multiplied by 2, 4 multiplied by 2, so it will be m to the power of 8. So with this, in terms of the number, 3 multiplied by 4, so it's 12. M squared multiplied by m8, when you multiply with the same base, you add the power, so it's m to the power of 10, and that's our final answer. Right, not doing set notation. Maybe you want, you can go to my YouTube channel and search for set notation. Set notation is under Express EMath. I'm doing normal acad Sec 4 questions now. Okay, so this will be for this question 1B. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. Oops. This is a map skill question. Yep, 2 marks. Be it whether 1 mark or 2 mark. Even 1 mark is so important. Many 1 marks is a lot of marks, agree or not? So never so-called look down on your 1 mark. 1 mark is 5 marks. So this is a map skill question. So they tell us that the scale of the map is 1:20,000. By default, okay, it is cm is to cm. So it's actually 1 cm is to 20,000 cm. So what does map scale means? It means that, just take for example For example, from let's say where you stay, let's say to another, let's say Jurong for example, right? The distance is very far. It's impossible for us to represent that kind of a distance on the map without using a scale. So therefore we use a scale. So we will say, okay, 1 cm on the map will represent 20,000 cm. Okay, if the actual map, you will see that the scale they put 1:20,000, and you need to know it represent 1 cm is to 20,000 cm. Then now look over here. They tell me that the area on the map is 45 cm squared. Currently now this is length scale. Okay, currently now this is length scale. So I need to change it to area scale first. But before we change to area scale, make sure that you change the right hand side to km first. So how do we change cm to km? Okay, I'm going to write at the side. So 20,000 cm, let's change to meter first. We know that 100 cm is 1 meter, so we divided it by 100. Okay, so if we divide by 100, we will get 200 meter. This is cm to meter. Then we're going to change the 200 meter to km. So 1000 meter is 1 km. So we know that we have to divide by 1000. So with this, we will know that, so 200 meter is 0.2 km. So in other words, 20,000 cm is 0.2 km. So we will change this right hand side to 0.2 km. This one remain as the map. So this is the map and this is the actual. This is still the length scale. So why do I need to change to km? Because now to change to area scale, I need to square both sides. If I don't change my right hand side to km, I will have many zero. Here I will have many zero. So we will have to change it to the bigger unit, which is km in this case. So once we have the length scale, now we're going to square both sides because I want to find the area scale. So square it. So we have 1 cm square is to 0.04 km square. Okay, so that tells me that, okay, on the map, 1 cm square will represent 0.04 km square. Now next, they tell me to find the actual area when the map area is 45. So all we need to do is just put 45 cm square on the left hand side. Then you see, so actually I just need to multiply by 45. So we do the same thing to this 0.04. And so we're going to take 0.04, multiply it by 45. And we get 1.8. So it means that 45 cm square, it is 1.8 km square. So this is the actual area. So actual area of land is 1.8 km square. And we are done. Woo! Thanks for the fire. So I repeat, firstly, you need to know that by default, it is cm is to cm. Next, you need to know how to convert cm to km. So if you cannot remember cm to km is divided by 50, never mind, we can divide it step by step. So you see, I divide cm to meter, I divide by 100, because by default you all must know 1 meter is 100 cm. Okay, this one is primary school already learned. Then after that, meter change to km. Again, primary school you already learned the unit. 1000 meter is 1 km. So you divide by 1000. So in total is divided by 50. So 20,000 cm converted to km is 0.2 km. So then why is it that I need to square both sides? Because I want, so I'm going to put at the side here, I square both sides is to get area scale. Okay, I square both sides is to get area scale. So after I square it, 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. 0.2 times 0.2 is 0.04 km squared. So that is my area scale. And because they want to know, on the map, what is 45 cm squared? So I just put, on the map, so I put on the left hand side. So multiply by 45, multiply by 45, I get 1.8 km squared. So we know that the actual area is 1.8 km squared. Can? All good? Any question? If you all have questions on this question, you can ask in the chat. I can answer accordingly. Okay. If no question, then I'll move on to the next question. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question, which is a percentage question. Percentage question. I'm doing Sec 4 Normal Acad paper revision. Okay, so it's a mixture. Every Wednesday I'll be doing Normal Acad EMath. Every Sunday I'll be doing Express EMath. Okay, last year I dedicate for Normal Tech EMath on Wednesday. So this year I will do for Normal Acad. Okay, come. Let's talk about this percentage question. So Jaden enjoyed a 25% discount where he bought a shoes. Okay, so that means he got a discount of 25%. If he paid $40.50 for the shoes, so we know that this is the discounted price. This is the discounted price. Discounted price. Sorry, I was working since morning, so a bit cannot write properly already. So this is the discounted price. Then they ask, what was the original price before the discount? So first, let's calculate what is the discounted percentage. This is a Sec 4NA EOY paper. So it consists of Sec 1 to Sec 4 paper. Why is it that you are so agitated to say, hey, no way, this is Sec 4 Normal Acad? And don't you find that you are very rude to write in capital letter? Okay, so over here, after the discount, so 100% minus 25%, it is 75%. So that means after 25% discount, Jaden paid 75% of the original price, and $40.50 is 75%. So you will say 75% is $40.50. Original price will be 100%. 100% will be 40.50 divided by 75 multiplied by 100. Okay, so 40.50 cents over 75 multiplied by 100. If you all find it easy, this is a Normal Acad EOY. It includes all Sec 1 to Sec 4 topics. This percentage question is learned in Sec 1. Okay, not doing Normal Tech this year, doing normal acad for now. Okay, so now we see that, okay, the original price is $54. This year she doing Sec 3 A Math and Sec 4 now. No, this year I'm doing Wednesday normal acad, EMath, so it's mixture from Sec 1 to Sec 4. Then for the Sunday, we are doing A Math for Express from Sec 3 and Sec 4. Mixture lah. I'll be doing paper, so it will be, the topics will be like mixture. So if you see me on Sunday doing questions, it will be mixture of Sec 3 and Sec 4 topics. Then Wednesday, I'll be doing normal acad EMath. So you will see that I'll be doing a mixture of Sec 1, Sec 2, Sec 3 and Sec 4 topics. Thanks for the rows. Not doing Express EMath. Okay, Wednesday is normal acad and Sunday it's A Math. If you want to find other topics, maybe you can go to my YouTube channel lah. Okay, so this is the original price before the discount, $54. Now let's take a look at part B. They say that the price Jaden paid for the pair of shoes is 15% of his total allowance for the month. Calculate his total allowance. So what he has paid for the pair of shoes, which is $40.50, is actually 15% of his allowance. Okay, which is 15% of his allowance. So what we're going to do is, this 15% is $40.50. Okay, 15% is $40.50. So to find the allowance, just find 100%. So we're going to do 40.50 divided by 15. This is to find 1%. I don't need to find the exact 1%, just leave it in the fraction form, and then just multiply it by 100. So 40.50 cents over 15 multiplied by 100, and that will give us 270. That means his allowance is 270. And we are done. Differentiation. This Sunday I'll be doing A Math. I can't remember. I think I'm doing Sec 4 paper this Sunday. Is it? Let me check. Yes, this coming Sunday I'm doing Sec 4 Express A Math this Sunday. I don't know whether got differentiation or not. My team already prepared the paper. I haven't looked at the question yet. But it's but again, because it's from a Sec 4 Express A Math paper, so it's a mixture of Sec 3 and Sec 4 topics. Okay? Okay. So we are done with question number 3. So next, question number 4. This is a dot diagram. This is statistic. Okay, since one dot diagram is applicable for B, whether you are express or normal acad, this question is applicable for express as well. In fact, all topics learned in normal acad is definitely tested in express. But of course, maybe the level of difficulty for normal acad questions might not be not as tough as the express one. But this is quite manageable. So express also is important. Take all numbers, divide by the total number of values. Not exactly. You should say find the sum of the total. Find the total, divide by the number of items. So now let's take a look at this question. They said the dot diagram below shows the height in cm of some plants. So this means that I have one plant which is 30 cm, 2 plant is 31, no plant is 32, 4 plant is 33, and so on. So this is how you interpret the dot diagram. When they ask to find the mean, the mean represent average. So mean represent average. Okay, so you need to find the average of the height. So what we're going to do is, we have 1 of the 30, we have 2 of the 31, we have 4 plants which is 33, we have 3 plants which is 35, and we have 1 outlier here which is 39. So this is the total height, and I'm going to divide it by the total number of plants in this case. Okay, so out of the total number of plants, so total number of plants will be 1 plus 2 plus, so it will be 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1, and that will give us 11. Okay, so when I'm going to add the total at the top, we get, okay, I need to press the calculator. So we have 1 30 plus 2 31 plus 4 33 plus 3 1 2 1 2 4 33 plus 3 35, and then plus 1 39 over 11. So we can see that it is 368 over 11, and put it in decimal, so we have 33.4545. So then you round it off to 3SF. Okay, so you round it off to 3SF. So we have 33.5. This is 3SF. Okay, so take note. Average, some students when they see decimal they panic. But you need to know that under this statistic, be it whether is it median or mean or mode, I mean, you can have decimal for an answer. Even if today we are talking about, let's say boys or children or what. Even let's say you're going to get decimal, you don't panic, okay? So it's like, because it's the average, it's just a data. Okay, so my mean, which is average, is 33.5 in this question. Next, find the median height. So before we find the median height, you need to find the median, so-called the median position. So let's find the median position. So you need to remember this, which is n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, n plus 1 divided by 2. And what is n? N means the number of items I have. In this case, or rather number of data you have. In this case, we have 11 plants, which is 11 data. Which one? You mean the mean, is it? Troublesome, I know what you mean. You want to key in like 1, you can key 1, 30, 2, 31, blah, 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 blah. But since this one mean quite straightforward lah. Just find the total divided by the number of items. Okay, so median position equals to n plus 1 divided by 2. I have 11 data, so it's 11 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 12 divided by 2, which is 6. When you have a nice integer for the median position, that means I only have one number sitting in the middle, which is the 6th position. Understand? Okay, 6th position. So after you make sure that your data are in ascending order, in this case, dot diagram is already in ascending order. So go and count which is the 6th position. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's actually 33. The data sitting in the 6th position is 33. So therefore, I will know that my median is equals to 33 cm. Done. So I want to highlight, okay, put a box here. If let's say, for example, if let's say I have 12 data, 12 plus 1 divided by 2, it is 6.5. Cancel what dot? for the median, you can cancel the dot. No, I never cancel any dot. You mean you want to cancel and then find the middle? No, you're supposed to find what is the number sitting in the middle. So you use this m plus 1 divided by 2. So in this case, when I get 6, it means that there's only one number sitting in the middle. This one, if let's say I have even number of data, let's say example is 12, I get 6.5. When you get a 0.5 means that I have two numbers sitting in the middle. So the 6th position as well as the 7th position. Then you will go, 6th position is 33. And then just happen that this one, the 7th position is also 33. The average of these two number, so divide by 2, therefore the median is 33. Okay, I'm going to, I think maybe give you another set of information to explain. So let's say, let's talk about shorter numbers, 5 numbers. This is odd number of data. So if I have 2, 3, 5, 7 and 8 for example. Okay, this is odd number of data. Remember I said middle position, this one obvious we know is this one, correct? But what I'm trying to say is when your data get very, very big, of course you're not going to count them. You either only have two possibilities. Either you have odd number of data or even number of data. So in this case, I have odd number of data. So 5 plus 1 divided by 2, 6 divided by 2. So I know that the third position is my middle position, which is only one number sitting in the middle. So then you will count, make sure that your number are in ascending order, which in this case already ascending order. Then you count 1, 2, 3. So this is my third position and this is my median. This is when it's odd number of data. So another situation is, let's say I have 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 and 9. This one I got 6 number of data. How to do numbers to 100? Like I mentioned, if it's 100 plus 1, so it's just 100 plus 1 divided by 2, 101 divided by 2, so you have 101 divided by 2, you have 50.5. Then you will know that it is the 50th and the 51st data. Right? But of course, during exam, they won't be so lame to ask you to do this. When it's like that, then it will be the data whereby you can count properly. Okay, so now over here, this is 6 number or 6 data, so it will be 6 plus 1 divided by 2, so we have 7 divided by 2, we get 3.5. So when you get 3.5 means that there's two numbers sitting in the middle. It means it's the third position as well as the fourth position. Then you will go to your data. You're going to go and find. Make sure number is in ascending order, 1, 2, 3. So this is my third position, this is my fourth position. And you will take the average of the two numbers. So you will take 3 plus 4 divided by 2. So my median is 3.5. I take the wrong number. I mean take the data which is 6 plus 7 divided by 2. So it's 6.5. Okay. So to find median, I repeat. The main thing is you must remember this very critical important thing is m plus 1 divided by 2. You only have two situations. When you have odd number of data, you plus 1 divided by 2, you get a nice integer. It means there's only one number sitting in the middle. Okay. Then when you have m plus 1 divided by 2, you get a 0.5. It means you have two numbers sitting in the middle. So in this situation is third and fourth. So my third number is 6, my fourth number is 7. So the actual median is you got to take the average of the two numbers sitting in the middle. So it's 6 plus 7 divided by 2 and you get 6.5. Okay? So that is for the median. Median is the common part whereby students always get confused. Okay, now let's take a look at part C. Part C is theory. They ask, which of these two measures, the mean or the median, is a better representation of for this distribution? Okay. So firstly, you look at the data. Okay, this is not a fixed answer for all questions. Students always say, when I say, let's say for example, when I tell you is the median, then you all always think that see such question, then you all say it's always median. You have to depend on what is your how is your data distributed. So you look at this data, okay, be it mean, mode, or median. Excuse me. Three of them are representing the average. So sometimes, of course, all three are okay to represent the average, but sometimes it will be maybe just one of them. Like for example, this situation, you can see that we have an outlier here, 39. So when we have an outlier, okay, or extreme value, you cannot take average or the mean as to represent the data, because it will be affected by the extreme value. So in this situation, median will be a better representation. Okay. So in this case, we will say that median is a better representation. And the reason why is because in this data, there is an outlier or extreme value. Okay. So you will say because there is an outlier 39 that will affect the average, the mean. Okay. So in this question, because of the data has an outlier, therefore median is a better representation compared to using mean. Dot diagram in Express is learned in Sec 2, and then if it's normal acad, yes, you'll learn in Sec 3. Binomial expansion, maybe this Sunday have, I'm not so sure. This Sunday is a Sec 4 EMath. Okay, if you need some binomial or you need some topics, you can go to my YouTube channel and search for the topic. You may see some videos there. Okay, so now let's move on to question number 5. This is a rhombus, not a square. Okay, let me sip some water. Let me take a look at how many light. 4.9K. Do you think it's possible to hit 10K today? Okay. Come. First of all, we must always transfer whatever data information that they give us into the diagram. Okay, sometimes they never put it into the diagram. So the diagram shows a rhombus. Rhombus is so-called a slanted, like a parallelogram, but it's a square, not a rectangle. But we know that all four sides are equal. So in this diagram, they never state. So I'm going to mark out this to remind myself that they are equal sides, because it is a slanted square. Then they mention that the diagonals intersect at D. Okay, it's already there. 54, okay, and 15 cm WY. So the 15 cm is the whole diagonal. The whole diagonal. So now they ask you to find the length of DW. Okay, you need to know also the properties of rhombus is the diagonals bisect each other. So it means that this WY, this is cut into half-half. This is called bisect each other. And this is also half-half. And you can see that I put different marking. You see, I never put all 1, 1, 1, because if I put all 1, 1, 1, I'm trying to say all the sides are the same. Okay, so then after that, over here, part 2, I mean as in this I want to identify and state that WD and DY is the same. So I mark 2 stroke and 2 stroke. Then XD and DZ is the same. So it's because it's another length. So we put another 3 marking and 3 marking. Yes, this we're going to use trigo. We'll be using trigo. No, actually this one no need trigo. We only need to use angles. Yes, this one not trigo. I think the next one, today don't have. This is basically angles lah. Using angles only, and the properties of rhombus. Okay, hi teacher, I'm stressed out. Can you please give me tips? Stress is faced by everyone almost every day. As a working adult, they have stress at work. As a student, you have stress in school. So all stress is unavoidable. If you have no stress, it means that you are too relaxed and you are too comfortable. Okay, and if you are too stressed, let's say exam is coming, if you are too stressed, it means that maybe you are not well prepared for your exam, never revised properly, and that's why you feel stressed. So it's all about time management. When we feel stressed, it's because we have so many things to do, we are overwhelmed, we don't know which one to do, and then we feel stressed. Then how do you manage it? You just have to prioritize your things that you need to do. You have to sacrifice, as in like you have to prioritize them. Like you have to do those that is more important first. The less important, then you will just arrange your the task accordingly. The important one or priority one go on the top of the list, and then as you go and go. Then after that, you do the task one by one. As you slowly clear your task, then the stress level will go down. Correct or not? But of course, if you keep thinking, oh, I'm very stressed, very stressed, and then forever today stress, tomorrow stress, then the day before, the day after also stress, but you never do anything, you just keep telling yourself, stress, then I can tell you, your stress will never go away. Because when things are not done, the stress will just pile up, and then it will snowball. So don't wait, just do. Don't say, I got 10 items, I cannot finish, just do. Just do 1, 2, 3, be it whether at least you do 20-30% is better than you do 0, understand? Okay, so length DW, so we know it's half already, so it's 7.5. Yes, I saw someone say 7.5. So DW, simply just take 15 divided by 2. Next, they ask for XWZ. XWZ. So I need to find this angle here. Okay, so firstly, I found this angle first. Why? Because you see here, WXY, do you see that these two sides are equal? So if these two sides are equal, it means that it's an isosceles triangle. So I will state angle XWY is equals to XYW, which is equals to 54 degrees. And this is because it's isosceles triangle. This one mark, actually you don't need to write the reason. It's just that I put it here so that you all know that when you all do angles, especially when they say state the reason, then you got to state. Okay, so this is 54. Now is, can I find this angle over here? This one, how do we find this angle over here? This is, for rhombus other than all four sides are equal, we also have parallel line. Agree? We also have parallel line. So this is parallel and this is also parallel to each other. So if they are parallel to each other, it means that we have alternate angle, we have corresponding angle, we have interior angle. So Z, see here, this one. So I will say angle ZWY is equals to angle XYW, which is equals to 54 degrees. So this one is alternate angles, and whenever you state alternate angle or interior angle or corresponding angle, you need to state the pair of parallel line. So in this case, this is due to WZ parallel with XY. So now we have this side also 54. So we know that our angle XWZ is simply just 54 plus 54, and that gives us 108 degree. And we are done. Okay, then you may ask me, this one only for 1 mark question. Like I say, I do step by step because I want you to see. Of course, if you are so fast, you can just say, XWZ 54 plus 54. I also can, because they never state the reason. So you can just give the correct answer and you got it correct. But I want to show step by step so that some students know how I derive the answer. Just now, some students ask for interior angle. This one, no, because there's no interior angles. It's not enough to use for interior angle property. We are using isosceles as well as alternate angle. Okay, now let's take a look at this part B. So part B is a polygon question. Okay, polygon question. So polygon, you will have to know the few things. Okay, let me just do it at the behind. I will attach together with the solution so that you can get it download on the Telegram channel. So you can actually go to my bio, click on my link, go to my last button, go to my Telegram channel to download the PDF. Tomorrow, my team will upload the solution as well as the recording to the YouTube channel. Okay, and then you can go to the second last button, is go to my YouTube channel. YouTube channel, you can see the past TikTok live recording. If you want to know or learn some particular topics, I cannot remember what topics are already done, right? So you just go under my videos and search the topic and see what pop up lah. So now we're going to talk about polygon. So it's a bit of a recap of a polygon. So when we talk about polygon, okay, you need to know the formula. Sum of interior angle is equals to m minus 2 multiplied by 180 degree. Okay, m minus 2 multiplied by 180 degree. Next, sum of exterior angle. Sum of exterior angle, no formula, but it's just a magic number. So it's 360 degree. And lastly, you need to know one interior angle plus one exterior angle is equals to 180 degrees. It form a straight line. Interior and exterior add together is 180 degree. Okay, so this is the 3 critical formula or 3 critical information that you need to remember for polygon. But of course, you're expected to go and remember pentagon is 5 sides, hexagon is 6 sides, and blah blah blah. All these common polygon names you need to know. So now, based on this information, come back to this question, which is a 3 marks question. They say, actually this one is very easy one. The regular in a regular polygon of n side, regular, this word simply means that it is equal angles and equal sides. For now, for this few months, I think I'm not doing O-level EMath lah. See how taken, because I only do live on Wednesday and Sunday. There are too many different levels already, different stream, different level. I cannot dedicate every hour of my week to teach on free on TikTok, because I myself is a full-time tuition teacher. So I also have my own students who I teach during my normal class. So the only 2 slots I allocate for TikTok live teaching is only Wednesday 8 to 9 and Sunday 5 to 6. And so you'll be mixture. I will mix around. Okay, so stay tuned and look, observe my schedule that I've planned out. Okay, so regular means equal sides and equal angles. Then they tell us the ratio of an interior, that means 1 interior angle, and exterior angle, that means 1 exterior angle, is 8:1. And remember, just now I mentioned that 1 interior plus 1 exterior is 180 degree. So this means that 8 plus 1, which is 9 unit, is 180 degree. So let's find 1 unit, which is 20. and because exterior is 1 unit, so therefore this is also called your exterior angle. And the shortcut is, when it is a regular polygon, to find a number of sides, I can simply just take sum of exterior angle, which is 360, divide by 1 exterior angle, and that will give us 18, and we are done. So actually it's not that tough. You need to know 2 concepts, in fact 3 concepts. The first concept is you need to know 1 interior angle plus 1 exterior angle is 180 degree. Okay, that is 1 concept. The second concept is you need to know sum of exterior angle is 360 degree. The third concept is you need to know for regular means all the angles are equal, so therefore 360 divide by 1 exterior, you will get the number of sides. Okay? So this is literary geometry. What's your intention of giving this statement? Can you please elaborate? Sometimes I don't understand students comment things. I also don't know why they tell me the information for what. Okay, so now we are at the last question. So we are 10 minutes away from 9 p.m. So this is plotting graph. Sure, can do explanation question. No? I already say I planned the question already, right? Already planned PDF, worksheet, everything done. You want more question, please go to my YouTube channel. If not, I'm sticking to the question that I already prepared. Okay, so now question 6. This is again, I repeat, this is normal acad EMath revision, okay? To be exact, is end of year paper, but which year? You want more questions on other topics, can go to my YouTube channel. There's a lot of videos there. Okay? To be exact, is end of year paper, but which year? Does it matter which year? This is definitely not year 2000. This is year 2021 paper, is a mixture, okay? All the questions are taken from school past year paper questions, is a mixture. Okay, come, see here. The variables x and y are connected by the equation minus x squared plus 6x minus 5. Okay, some of the corresponding values of x and y are given in the following table. Okay, sometimes I also don't understand. I wake up at 8 a.m. today, all the way I work, teach until now. I give myself 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. to teach on live, so that I don't even feel any appreciation from you all. Only see demanding requests from you all in the TikTok. So I really feel very disheartened, I tell you. Really very disheartened. Okay, so calculate the value of the p. So look over here. This is when x is equals to 3, find the y. The p is the y coordinate. So what you need to do is simply just sub it in. So I will say, okay, y, okay, actually you can put p, that doesn't matter. Okay, never mind, y. So y is equals to minus, please be careful. You square the x, the negative is there outside. So you need to put minus x squared plus 6x minus 5. Put the x here, which is 3 here and 3 here. This one, key calculator, make sure you put the bracket, and you will get I already prepared here. So if you key calculator, you will get a positive 4. Okay, you get a positive 4. Therefore, you know that the p is equals to 4. This kind of 1 mark got to put into the pocket, very easy. Just sub only. But you'll be surprised some students they got wrong. Why? Because they never put the bracket. Okay, you need to bracket the 3, then square. If you don't put the bracket, then you will not get the correct answer. Next, they say on the next page, plot the graph of blah blah blah. Use the scale of 2 cm to 1 unit, and to draw the horizontal x-axis x0 to 6, a scale of 2 cm to 2 units to draw the vertical y-axis. Okay, so this is x-axis. They ask to draw from 0 to 6. So you know that you don't need any negative x. As for the y-axis, they never give you any scale, correct? So it will be 2 cm to 2 unit. So you need to plan. Where is my second page? Okay, never mind. Okay. Where is my second page? Should have here. Okay. Oh, luckily I got this one. Ta-da! Okay, so you see from here, I already plot. So, but I'm going to just show it to you. Over here, they say the x-axis is 2 cm to 1 unit. So you see my x-axis, x-axis 0 to 6, 2 cm to 1 unit. On your graph, 2 cm means is 2 square. So 2 cm to 1 unit will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't need any negative x because they already tell us 0 to 6. Okay, how about the y? Why they never tell me to put how much? Then you shall decide yourself. How? Look at the table. Okay, go and see what is your y range. My y range, the most negative is negative 5. The most positive is 4. So you know that, oh, my y-axis, I need negative 5 to 4. It's pretty almost the same between the negative and the positive. So you know that you will draw your horizontal line right somewhere in the middle. Because let's say, for example, you need more positive, then this will go down a little bit. If you need more negative, the horizontal line will go up a bit. So you need to plan accordingly. In this case, it's quite same. So I put the x-axis in the middle. And this one said 2 cm to 2 unit. So 2 square, 2, 4, 6. Minus 2, minus 4, and minus 6. So I put from negative 6 to 6. This is definitely enough because I need minus 5 to 4. You can have more but no need to. You can have more so that if you need to extend, you can extend. So now let's plot the points. So over here, well, just now I was teaching my students on, this is his first time learning linear graph. Oh, he's struggling with even plotting the points for the beginning. For your, so now I'm going to just say 0, negative 5. So you go to the x-axis, 0, and then after that, you read the y-axis, which is negative 5. So the points is here. 1, 0. You always go to the x-axis, use your finger, okay, x-axis, 1. And then after that, they say 0. 0 means that you don't have to move any y. So that means this is the point. 2, 3. Go to the x-axis. 2 here. They want the y 3. So you go up by 3. Which is this point here. 3, 4. 3, 4 here. 4, 3 here. 5, 0 here. And lastly, 6, negative 5. 6, negative 5. So 1 point is here. So you're going to draw them, and then this forms a curve. This forms a curve. Right? So with this, now we can answer their question. They say, from the graph, find the value of x when y equals to 1. So firstly, you see that here put values. Okay, you see that here put values. Means that you expect that there's more than one answer. So go to the graph, go draw y equals to 1. Okay? Okay, so y equals to 1, draw a horizontal line. Okay, draw a horizontal line. You can draw a solid line or dotted, doesn't matter. So over here, you will label this as y equals to 1. Y equals to 1 is a horizontal line. So then after that, your task is to find out where your line cuts the curve. Okay? Where your line cuts the curve. So we will have this point here as well as this point here. Then you need to draw the dotted line down. Because you're supposed to prove that, Ayi, Mommy, 我在教课 Okay, so over here, draw down. So we are supposed to find the x coordinate. Okay, so over here, this is 1.1, 1.2, this is 1.3. So you can see it's a bit in the middle, right? So you can see that this is 1.25. Okay, so you just take here, this is 1.25. Here, this is 4.5, 4.6, 4.7. So you can label this is 4.7. Because they said from the graph. So if it's from the graph, you need to state all the dotted lines to show that you actually took it from the graph. You understand? So then after that, in the question here, you will say, okay, when y equals to 1, okay, my x is equals to 1.25 or x is equals to 4.7. Okay, so that is for part C. Okay, next part, they ask, by drawing a tangent line, you're supposed to find the gradient of the curve at x equals to 4. So let's look at the curve. X equals to 4 is here. So you're supposed to draw a tangent line. So of course, use pencil and use ruler. Okay, x equals to 4 is here. A tangent line is like a line sitting on the point. So it's like you need to draw the slope, slope thing. So over here, so some students ask how to draw the tangent line. All students will draw slightly different. Of course, you don't draw like that. You don't draw like that. You're supposed to draw it whereby the line touch the 4, and the angle here and here is around the same. So about here. So I'm going to draw the line now. Wait. Okay, so you're supposed to draw a line that touch the x equals to 4, and you see that the angle here is around the same. So this is called the tangent line. And to find the gradient of this line, you will pick any 2 points. Pick any 2 points. So let's go and pick a nice number. So I found this point sitting nicely here. This is 2.8 and 6. We need to find another point. Okay, this is too far. I need to go nearer. Okay, let's take this point here. So this point is 6. As for the y coordinate, it is negative. This is here, minus 2 divided by 10. So sometimes you like, confused how many, what is this point? So you see, see how I do. This is negative 2, correct? And we know there are 10 square here. So I'm just going to divide by 10. So we know that each small square is negative 0.2. And over here, actually is 8 square already. So I'm going to just multiply by 8. So I know this is negative 1.6. So what if we accidentally draw the tangent a bit too side, like almost near to the middle? Okay, you cannot have the line like this. You see, my angle here is quite the same, correct now? But if you draw the line like that, and then you see that it touch, most of the line touch the curve, then it's wrong already. Your line must like touch only the point. You cannot touch the curve. So you will have to adjust. Okay, you will have to adjust until you draw the line. So-called, it's like a seesaw, like a seesaw. Where am I? Okay. So just now I said this one is negative 1.6. So here is minus 1.6. So now we have the 2 coordinates. We can find our gradient. So over here, I always plot out the 2 points so that it's easier to refer. So we have 2.8, 6 as well as 6, negative 1.6. So this is my 2 points. To find the gradient, y1 minus y2, 6 minus negative 1.6 over 2.8 minus 6. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Then press calculator. Fraction 6 minus bracket negative 6. Negative 1.6. And then after that, denominator is 2.8 minus 6. and we will have negative 2.375. We need to round it off to 3SF. So it will be negative 2.38 3SF, and we are done. Okay, not half this question. This is a 7 marks question, and if you notice, they always ask the similar kind of a question. Okay, well, not bad. Today we are quite on the dot. 9.9904. Okay, so that was the last question. So just now I talk about these two, which is the polygon as well as this one. I will include inside the solution. We will upload as well.